Archangel Michael has an urgent message specifically for you today about something that just happened in your life. Someone very special to you did something that felt confusing, maybe even hurtful. But what you don't realize is that this person deliberately tested you without telling you. This wasn't a random argument or misunderstanding. It was a divine setup, carefully designed to reveal something important about your spiritual journey. Archangel Michael was watching closely to see how you would respond to this test. Your reaction revealed something powerful about how much you've truly grown. Those moments when you felt blue light around you, those times when something inside told you to pause before reacting, those were signs from Archangel Michael guiding you through this test. This challenge came at exactly the right time in your spiritual evolution. What happened next shocked even the angels in the spiritual realm. The person who tested you didn't expect the response you gave them. Divine timing brought this test to you because you're being prepared for something much bigger that's coming into your life very soon. Archangel Michael reveals that this special person in your life has been watching you very closely for months now. They could be a family member, a close friend, or someone you're in a romantic relationship with. This person felt divinely guided to test your spiritual growth without telling you what they were doing. The test was specifically designed to see if you've truly changed or if you're just saying the right words. They needed to know if your spiritual journey is real transformation or just surface-level talk. This wasn't meant to be cruel or harmful. It actually came from a place of deep concern and genuine love for you. But the test pushed you right to your absolute limits. Old triggers that used to control you were activated on purpose to see how you would respond this time. Situations that would have completely destroyed the old version of you suddenly appeared in your life. The entire spiritual realm was watching to see which path you would choose in these critical moments. Your response to this test determines what spiritual level you'll move to next. Archangel Michael reveals that passing this test unlocks major blessings that have been waiting for you. But there's something completely unexpected that happened during your test. Your reaction created a powerful shift in the spiritual realm that even Archangel Michael didn't anticipate. What you did went far beyond what anyone expected. Now you need to understand how to recognize that you were being tested without even knowing it was happening. Think back to recent sudden conflicts with someone who normally supports you and makes you feel safe. Remember those moments when old wounds were brought up in conversation that seemed accidental, but felt deliberately painful. These were situations carefully designed to trigger your past negative patterns and reactions. There were clear opportunities presented to you to react with anger, to lash out, to defend yourself aggressively. But something held you back. You had moments when you chose silence instead of defending yourself the way you used to. There were times when you actually walked away from arguments that you would have escalated and made worse in the past. This person said specific things that would have hurt you very deeply before, things they knew would trigger your pain. They were watching carefully for your reaction to see if you would take the bait like you used to. They created scenarios where the old version of you would have completely failed. Pay attention to how your pets or children were acting strangely during these test moments. They could sense the spiritual energy in the room. You felt Archangel Michael's presence much stronger during these difficult conversations than usual. You may have had dreams showing you responding with wisdom instead of raw emotion. The blue light appeared when you were about to lose your temper. There were physical sensations of being guided to pause before reacting, a sudden calm, a quiet voice, a feeling of being held back. You experienced moments of unexpected calm in situations that absolutely should have upset you based on your past patterns. Clear thoughts came through when confusion tried to take over your mind. You had this feeling of being watched by loving spiritual forces who cared about your choices. There was a recognition that something bigger was happening than just a normal disagreement. You had an intuitive knowing that this situation was more than it appeared to be on the surface. Archangel Michael now shows you exactly what was being tested in these difficult moments. First, your ability to maintain inner peace under extreme pressure when everything around you feels chaotic. Second, whether you've truly forgiven past hurts and released them, or if you've just buried them deep down where they still control you. The test checked if your spiritual growth is authentic transformation or just a performance you put on for others. It revealed whether you react from ego and wounded pride or from higher wisdom and consciousness. The test checked if you can hold firm boundaries without being aggressive or mean. It observed whether you seek revenge when hurt or choose understanding and compassion instead. Your capacity to see beyond surface actions to the deeper intentions and pain behind them was being measured. The test showed whether you've developed true emotional maturity or if you're still operating from childhood wounds. It tested your ability to break generational patterns that have controlled your family for decades. The test revealed if you can love someone even when they're being difficult and pushing you away. It checked if you respond from the old wounded self or from the new healed version of yourself. This person deliberately created situations that your younger self could never have handled successfully. They pressed specific buttons that used to completely control your reactions and behaviors. They brought up topics carefully designed to make you defensive and reactive. The test checked whether you would gossip and complain to others or maintain your integrity quietly. It revealed if success and spiritual knowledge have made you arrogant or genuinely humble. The test checked if you would use spiritual knowledge as a weapon to hurt others or as a tool for peace. It showed whether you'd fight to prove you're right or choose to be kind instead. Most importantly, it tested if you can hold your energy stable and centered when others around you are completely chaotic. This person needed to know you've truly transformed before they could take the next important steps with you in your relationship. They had to be absolutely certain that your changes are permanent and real, not just temporary behavior. The test protected both of you from future disappointment and pain. It revealed the complete truth about where you really are in your spiritual development right now. What you did during this test shocked everyone who witnessed it, including yourself. Instead of reacting with the anger that was expected, you responded with genuine compassion and understanding. When you felt triggered and upset, you paused and took deep breaths instead of immediately attacking back. You somehow saw the pain and fear behind their test instead of just seeing the hurtful action. Old patterns tried desperately to activate inside you, but you consciously chose differently this time. You maintained your inner peace even when they pushed harder and harder. Rather than defending yourself and explaining why you were right, you stayed silent with dignity and grace. You actually recognized the test for what it was while it was happening in real time. Your spiritual practice of meditation and prayer actually worked when it mattered most in a real situation. All those hours of meditation and prayer you've been doing finally paid off in a powerful way. You accessed wisdom and patience that simply wasn't available to you before your spiritual journey began. Something fundamental inside you had genuinely shifted at the deepest level. The person testing you could see the change in your eyes and energy. Your energy remained calm and centered when it should have been reactive and defensive. You spoke your truth clearly without anger or resentment attached to your words. Boundaries were set firmly but with love and respect instead of hostility and aggression. You passed a major test that you didn't even know you were taking. Archangel Michael's protection surrounded you and allowed you to see the situation clearly. The blue light surrounded you during your most triggered and difficult moments. You chose your spiritual growth and evolution over your ego's temporary satisfaction. This unexpected response proved beyond doubt that your transformation is completely real. The person who tested you was deeply moved by what they witnessed in you. They fully expected the old version of you to appear and react. Instead, they met someone they barely recognized anymore. Your unexpected response changed absolutely everything between you and this person. Archangel Michael now reveals what your powerful response triggered in the spiritual realm. Angels who were patiently waiting for you to pass this specific test can now move forward with their plans for you. Blessings that were being held back until you proved your growth have been completely released. The person who tested you now trusts you completely in ways they couldn't before. A brand new level of depth and intimacy is now possible in your relationship with them. Doors that seemed permanently closed are opening right now because you proved yourself ready. Your spiritual gifts and abilities are being upgraded and enhanced because of this major victory. The entire universe witnessed your growth and is responding with new opportunities. Divine opportunities are aligning perfectly that require exactly this level of spiritual maturity you've achieved. People who desperately need your specific wisdom are being guided directly to you. Your soul contract with this person just moved forward to its next important phase. The test proved you're ready for much greater spiritual responsibility than before. Ancestral patterns that have caused pain for generations were broken completely through your conscious response. Future generations in your family will benefit tremendously from what you accomplished in that moment. The spiritual realm celebrates powerfully when a soul passes this kind of difficult test successfully. Your inner light became significantly brighter and more visible to other awakened souls searching for truth. The protective shield around you strengthened dramatically because you honored your spiritual growth. Archangel Michael can now guide you confidently to much higher spiritual assignments and missions. The person who tested you has become your greatest supporter and believer. They're now telling others about your incredible transformation and inspiring them. Your personal story is already inspiring people you haven't even met yet through the spiritual network. This single test shifted your entire spiritual trajectory and life path permanently. What seemed like such a painful moment became your greatest spiritual victory. The universe always rewards those who consistently choose growth over ego satisfaction. Everything in your life changes dramatically when you prove you've truly evolved beyond your old patterns. Archangel Michael continues watching over your spiritual journey every single day. More tests will naturally come as you continue to grow, but you're now fully prepared to handle them. Each test you pass successfully makes the next one significantly easier to navigate. Your spiritual immune system is much stronger now than it was before. Daily practices help you maintain this higher level of consciousness consistently. Say a morning prayer to Archangel Michael asking for his continued guidance throughout your day. Practice blue light visualization to stay centered and calm during future challenges that arise. Start recognizing tests as valuable opportunities for growth rather than attacks against you. Understanding that people who test you often actually love you the most. They want to ensure you're really walking your talk and not just saying nice words. Feel gratitude for those brave enough to test your growth even when it's uncomfortable. Set clear intentions each morning to respond from your highest self in all situations. Continue the spiritual practices that successfully got you to this point. Remain genuinely humble about your growth while still acknowledging the real progress you've made. Help others who are currently facing similar tests on their own journeys. Share your experience openly to encourage those still struggling with their old patterns. Know that Archangel Michael celebrates every single conscious choice you make. Archangel Michael stands beside you right now as you hear this important message. The test you passed has officially qualified you for accelerated blessings coming soon. Your response proved beyond doubt that you're ready for what's coming next in your life. This message reached you at the absolutely perfect divine moment. The person who tested you is about to reveal something very important to you soon. Stay alert for blue feathers and meaningful synchronicities appearing in the coming days. Your relationship with this special person is about to deepen significantly in beautiful ways. The spiritual realm is actively preparing major opportunities specifically for you right now. This victory opened doors you couldn't even see existed before. Continue your spiritual practices daily to maintain this powerful level of consciousness. Show your appreciation for this divine guidance by giving super thanks up to $20. Your energy exchange strengthens the angelic protection surrounding you constantly. Archangel Michael will continue revealing exactly what you need to know at the perfect time. Trust completely that you're exactly where you need to be right now. The uncomfortable test was actually a beautiful gift in disguise. Your response changed your entire destiny permanently. Everything from this point forward will reflect your hard-earned spiritual victory. The absolute best is yet to come in your life.